Participation in today's event demonstrates your interest and commitment to growing your businesses, as well as networking with other professionals. And we know you'll continue to contribute to improving your local economy. With your continued support, we will continue to expand the programs and services offered by the WEDC-MHV Valley office. Thank you.
In truth, I have been a beneficiary of great and visionary women on a national stage. I'm a little bit older than the majority of you, and I remember a time when I was growing up. You know, I was born in '61, I grew up in the '60s, and I know a lot of the women who went before me and some of the brave and visionary things that they did. They dared to dream big so that we could be the beneficiaries here in this room and to have the opportunities we do.
Criteria for being an MWB consists of the following. An applicant must successfully demonstrate ownership, certification ownership, operation, and control. All firms seeking MBE, which is Minority Business Enterprise, or Women Business Enterprise, or MWBE certification, it can be both, of course, must be independently owned, operated, and controlled by minority and or women members. Personal net worth. Each minority or woman owner upon whom certification is based cannot have a personal net worth exceeding $3.5 million after allowable deductions. And these are just some facts that hopefully will resonate.
Now, the other thing that WEDC has done for me is given me the tools to grow. And I talked about going from 10 to 30. That's a big jump, right? Now, when you're doing your business plan, your instructor work with you, and Lori will edit. She's a program manager. And I was thinking to myself, when I thought about it, I said, Denise, I said I was going to go from 10 to 30. Nobody looked at me and said, Hillary, you sure you don't want to do 20, like 100%? No, but WEDC said there are no limitations. Isn't that awesome? They have full confidence and they've put it all this, you can do this. So now you know that I know I can do this, right? The WEDC program believes in me, and a lot of attention is given to cash flow. Marketing, social media. What did we do before Facebook? How did we meet people? How did we connect? How did we do before Twitter? Without social media, it's like our life never existed.
In about 90 days, I had a team of people coming to see me, and they didn't know I was behind them, and the VP was beating up the poor associate. Do you have the backup analysis? Do you have the synergy analysis? We're going to see Carla Harris, and you know she's so tough. So they will start to think about you in that way if you have consistent behavior around those three adjectives. But ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative that you understand the adjectives that are associated with success for the seat that you're sitting in or the seat that you aspire to sit in. If you are in a finance role, people better describe you as analytical, quantitative. If you're in a marketing role, they better use words like creative, out-of-the-box thinker. If you're in a sales role, they better call you commercial, relationship-oriented. So it's important that you understand the adjectives that are associated with success. And oh, by the way, but you every day sit in any organization without a sponsor. The sponsor is the most important of the three relationships. And as I said earlier, the mentor was the person you tell the good, the bad, and the ugly to. The sponsor is not the person you tell the good, the bad, and the ugly to. The sponsor is the person you tell the good, and the good. Because this is the person that is carrying your paper into the room. This is the person that behind closed doors will argue passionately on your behalf as to why you should get the promotion, why you should get the bonus, why you should get the next great opportunity. Make no mistake, this person is spending their valuable political and social capital on you. So there needs to be a very good reason why they're spending this capital. I knew who had seats at the table. And as I went around the table, I said, wow, he's going to fight for him, she's going to fight for him, he's going to fight for her. And as I went around that table, I could not with confidence say who was going to pound the table on my behalf. And I said, uh-oh, my promotion to managing director is vulnerable. Not because I'm not senior enough, not because I haven't earned it, and not because there isn't great client feedback on me, but because I can't say beyond a shadow of a doubt who's going to spend some capital on me behind closed doors. Ladies and gentlemen, every year somebody's not going to get promoted. somebody's not going to get the great bonus. Keep your head up so you can see the bullet coming. I say that in jest because what I'm really telling you is that when we are in environments like we have been in for the last 6 years and everybody else is besieged with fear and everybody else is ducking, you have clear vision. You have clear vision to see the opportunities. This is exactly the kind of economic environment where you can markedly accelerate your success, no matter what kind of organization you're in. Now is not the time to keep your head down, because the issue with keeping your head down is you submerge your voice. And your voice is at the heart of your power. And when you submerge your voice, you become irrelevant. And when you become irrelevant, you put a big target on the front and a big target on the back. Now is the time to say, oh, I know that we're trying to preserve our profitability. Ask someone I have help and they turn you down, there is only one word: next. Where one person won't, somebody else will. And you can't let one person's rejection stop you on your ascension to maximizing your success. My last story for you, young man that I absolutely adore, summa cum laude undergrad, came to work for Morgan Stanley, considered outstanding all 3 years, went off to do something internationally, and then decided he wanted to go to one of those great business schools in the East. Called me up and he said, you know, I've applied, haven't heard anything. I know you know a few people up there. Can you call and check on my application? I said, absolutely. Picked up the phone, I called the admissions director. I said, hey, I just wanted to call and check on so-and-so. She said, oh, funny you should call today. We were just about to send out the reject letters. I said, oh, no, wait a minute. And I went into my sales pitch on this candidate, and she said,